This might be as important an offensive line throw as we've ever had, Mazz.
Yep, no, might be the most position of greatest need on the team. Might be.
It's up there. So here we go. We're going to throw for offensive tackles. We got our Lindy Sports annual paper clipped here to a whiteboard. That's the sound you're going to hear if you're listening on the radio. If you're watching on the simulcast, you see exactly what's going on. Want to remind you that the Felger and Mazz Big Board is brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is drafting instructors for all locations. If you're an expert in your trade and want to share your knowledge, please visit petersonschool.com. We're going to throw on the first page because it's possible they'll come home with the top players on the board at this position. So we'll do one throw on the first page, one throw on the second, one on the third. Good range. Mazz is going to throw first. This is the first page. This is as important a throw as we've ever had in the 12 years of doing this exercise.
Or at least on the offensive line.
You understand?
Yep.
Throw well, Mazz.
Okay. You want the slider?
Give me a bullet slider, if you could, please.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, and you make fun of my throw. That hit the window. Nothing close.
Send it back.
So he missed the entire board. He missed the entire whiteboard. He missed the entire apparatus. What do we do there?
I went four seam.
I mean, do I go closest to, or you throw it again?
No, let him rethrow. Because, again, it's such an important position. It has to hit. It has to make contact with the board.
Well, that I don't like our
catch.
I feel like he ruined the entire juju on the whole thing now. You got to hit the board, man. You got to hit the whiteboard.
Yeah, I was a little geeked up.
That's
not much better. Which
board.
one?
That was low. It was purple.
Purple.
Whichever one's purple.
It's the one above it because the lower one was mine.
Okay.
That one right there.
Did he penetrate the board?
Amarius Mims, Georgia.
Oh.
Is he good?
Amarius.
Page 2, stand by.
Amarius.
Those are two really bad throws.
Horrible. Your worst ever.
I know, maybe.
This is the.
I think you cracked under pressure there a little bit, buddy.
Gagged.
Yeah.
I did. It was a little bit of a gag.
Okay, here comes a guy who really doesn't know how to throw, but
Yeah.
good throw, Murray.
Good throw.
Exactly right.
Murray's got what you call great extension. He's so tall, he releases the ball at like 52 feet.
Jordan Morgan of Arizona. Put him on the board.
Boo.
Why don't you like him?
Murray's good at hitting suck players.
No, that's going to be Jordan.
Page 3. Look at this. Oh.
Page 3. Here comes the Scribinis. Go ahead, Mazz.
Definitely. Total scrub city.
Okay. Right below there.
Second,
Nope.
No,
Move.
to the right. Underneath.
Underneath, right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
That mark.
Frank Crum from Wyoming.
Horrible.
Horrible throw.
I had a bad day. Not good. This is a bad day.
He's a crumb bum.
All right, well.
Barthy, you back there?
I think, it's down there.
So the first, this first page, all the guys we've heard of. Olamalu, I can't pronounce the first name. Olufashanu. Joe Alt. All these guys. Nope. We got
You weren't going to get one of those guys anyway.
Amarius Mims, Georgia. Let's see. Despite being one of the highest ceiling players in the class,
All right, see?
Mims had an arduous path to the draft. A reserve tackle who didn't start his first game until the playoffs in 2022, Mims missed most of conference play this year due to an ankle injury. While he has extraordinary potential and could go as early as the top 10, there will be a huge element of risk given his inexperience and limited tape. It's a true swing for the fences for whichever team drafts him.
Oh, so he's like tackle Drake May. I'm into it.
Top of the second round.
Do me a favor. Call up like a current mock draft, Murray.
Sure.
I'm just curious. The magazine, the Lindy's, has him going in the first round. Strengths. Has a first off the bus body type.
Ooh, love it.
With special height, weight, and length combination. That's such a great way to put it. First off the bus body type.
Love it.
Mazz. 6'7", 340.
Whoa.
Have you heard of this Amarius Mims there, Barthy? Yeah? Thumbs up? First off the bus body type. They always put me last off the bus. This guy's first off the bus. He's disciplined with his hands.
It's because he's got to get in the training room.
And won't rush into engaging prematurely. Pass sets looked composed and pro-ready in the matchup against Georgia Tech. Who cares about the matchup against Georgia Tech?
It's a rivalry game.
He rebounded well late in the year after missing time to injury. Smooth player who rarely had to strain to get his job done against college competition. Brings some nastiness as a run blocker and will throw around smaller defensive ends.
In the latest mock from Kuiper and Yates on ESPN, he goes number 22 overall to the Eagles.
So this is a consideration for them if they go quarterback and trade up for their tackle or, whatever the case may be.
And I'm looking at another mock that has him going at 24 to Dallas to replace Tyron Smith.
Weaknesses, Amarius Mims. Too big and upright to ever be considered as a guard. We've learned something today. He has some bad waist bending habits.
See?
And will lean out to reach defenders in space. So again, you want a knee bender. You don't want a hip bender.
Right. Well, no, if you bend with just your hips, you're going to get tipped over.
Okay, that's a hip bender.
Because you're reaching.
A knee bender is like, got it. Interesting.
Yes, you get a better base if you bend with your knees.
We did learn something. He doesn't always drive his legs and will stand out once he gets squared up with defenders. Motor seemed to lag and got him into trouble during the Alabama game, so that's something I want to hear. Late to make adjustments with his hands and can't handle quicker hand fighting.
Uh-oh.
I love the hand fighting. Injury problems a concern. All right, pro comp. Phil Loadout, who's retired. Can't remember him.
Me neither.
Few prospects over the last couple of decades have been in the same weight class as Mims,
This guy's a house.
who has one of the rarest height, weight, and length combinations in football right now. In football, overall, pro, college, you name it.
6'7", 340?
6'7",
That's a big dude.
340. Put him at the top of the Felger and Mazz big board. Page 2. Jordan Morgan, Arizona. No small consideration at 6'5", 306. Strengths. Frame is suitable for either tackle or guard. Although that's a little light. 6'5", 306, right? That's slender.
Yeah. 306 is light.
He maintains a wide base through contact and won't lose it when mirroring pass rushers.
He
Can mirror the inside of my ass.
He can mime.
Excellent as a mime. In the streets of Paris. He held his own in a matchup with UCLA's loaded group of pass rushers. Hands are patient and steady both prior to and after contact.
Patient.
They call him slow hand.
That is, can we just pause for a second? That is such bullcrap. Like, what scout is going to sit there and say, he has patient hands?
Well, he didn't try to go down those scouts' jeans that quickly. They
Both.
were very patient.
Prior and after contact. I liked his patient hands after contact.
Yeah, I don't think you want him to be all that patient after contact.
He's fluid with turning and cutting off linebackers in space, rarely on his heels, and shows a combination of anchor and balance to hold up against power. Again, Jordan Morgan, Arizona. Weaknesses. Allows his hands to run a little low at times.
See, again.
I thought they were patient.
Well, he takes his time getting down there.
Allows his hands to run a little slow at times and will slip off blocks because of it. Slow to replace his hands when he starts to lose control. Somewhat unassuming athlete who isn't particularly explosive when he gets into the open field. Has trouble recovering against top-end athletes when they get a step against him. Not a powerful run blocker and won't clear paths easily. Anyway, Jordan Morgan, Arizona. Put him on the board.
He sounds like a stiff.
Seriously.
That doesn't sound great.
A skinny stiff.
Who was the last one? You got to help me here.
Cartoonist R. Crumb.
Oh, yeah. Frank Crumb. Again, another one because when you miss low right,
Yeah.
you're going to
scrubs.
end up getting, so what you get on these pages is all the prospects, and then in the lowest right corner of the page, you can show it, Vin, there's a little box that says worth watching. So like there's 23 guys listed in their main prospects, and then they give you like also under consideration this box of scrubs. You got to stay away from that box.
I know. I have a natural tendency. My ball cuts.
Barth loves this guy, by the way.
I always.
Frank
Seriously?
Crumb, Wyoming? You know of him?
Loves him.
Big
Is it
Fritz,
Project Guys, have you said?
Well, listen to this.
big Fritz the Cat fan back
I'm telling you, I have like 2C movement when I throw it, but it's always been an issue.
Frank Crumb, Wyoming, 6'8", 313.
Wow.
Another skinny guy.
6'8", 313.
This guy can't play tackle in the NFL.
A Hula Bowl participant viewed as a potential late draft pick. Crumb's testing will likely determine whether he gets picked.
Testing was
And again,
for.
you know you're at the bottom of the barrel when you just get that little blurb. Like there's no write-up on this guy. You've got to miss the lower. You got to stay away from the lower right. Anyway, put him on the board.
What's he get? STDs?
Frank Crum, Wyoming. Jordan Morgan, Arizona. And Amarius Mims, Georgia. The Mims kid seems like a keeper. First one off the bus. First one off the Felger and Mazz bus.
Yeah.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.